people that do jiu-jitsu for decades and don't get better.
No, because they don't train the way they should. They don't train to get better, they train to get tough. There's a big difference. Most people, they train to get tough, so they are tough. Like we were talking before, they don't practice the weakness. You want to be really good at jiu-jitsu, you have to practice your weakness, not your strength. You have to practice everything, but you have to be equally strong in every position. They all exact the same. Your guard, top, bottom, side control, top, bottom, turtle, half guard, mount, back. You pick, takedown.
Consider this a metaphor for why people are Christians for decades and still don't know the Bible. Because in jiu-jitsu, there are people that practice jiu-jitsu for decades and just don't get better. The answer is you have to go to class with intention. Same way you pray and read the Bible. These aren't chores. Praying and reading aren't chores. You shouldn't look at it that way. These are things you do with intention, out of necessity, when you want something from God. Same with practicing jiu-jitsu. You have to move with intention. You have to leave class with intention. Your intention is your focus in seeing something higher than your current state and striving for that. Hebrews 11:6, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. You're not focused on trying to destroy something higher than you. You're focused on trying to become something higher than yourself. Philippians 3:13-14. Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are before, I press forward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. This means examining your weaknesses and intentionally fixing them, specifically when you spar. If you're getting your ass kicked by a particular person, don't think about trying to beat that person. Think about how he's kicking your ass and fix what you're doing wrong for him to do that. Proverbs 1:7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Maybe your back game is weak, so you avoid it. Intentionally fight from your back and things will start to change. Same principle applies to everything you suck in. Instead of covering up your weaknesses and protecting it, embrace it and allow it to expose how human you truly are. Once you become comfortable with your vulnerabilities, they are no longer vulnerable. 2 Corinthians 12:10. Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then am I strong. The reason why the art of jiu-jitsu itself is an ever-evolving chess game is because it exposes every man's weakness, no matter what level they reach. Men who learn to embrace their weaknesses are the ones who grow to black belts. A black belt will tell you his journey started the day he got his black belt. It's an endless ride of learning through exposure, which is why humility is the number one survival trait for every practitioner. This is the same as growing in the faith. With growth comes exposure, because Mark 4:22, for there is nothing hid which shall not be manifested, neither was anything kept secret, but that it should come abroad. Jiu-jitsu is the one sport that you can't win by luck. There's no such thing as a lucky submission like a lucky punch in boxing. Everything is based on principle and body mechanics and must be executed intentionally. It's a human chess game. Your game will expose your weakness just like your sin will find you out. Numbers 32:23. But if you will not do so, behold, you have sinned against the Lord, and be sure your sin will find you out. Pride tells a man on the mat that he's invincible. Just like if you say you have no sin, you deceive yourself and the truth is not in you. 1 John 1:8. Before we got saved by believing on Christ, we had to realize two things. 1, I am a sinner. 2, I deserve to go to hell. We had to know what we were being saved from in order for us to get saved. Otherwise, there was no point in doing so. We had to know that the wages of our weaknesses were leading us to death in order for us to call upon the name of the Lord to save us. We had that realization of hanging on a rope over a burning fire pit, knowing that no one else could save us from that rope and pit but Jesus Christ alone. The day you got saved from not knowing how to fight was the day you signed up. Your identity was changed from clueless punching bag to student, Just like we went from lost sinner to son of God, John 1:12. To grow as a student, you have to know everything about your game that sucks and change the way you suck. When you do, you will out of necessity turn to the sensei for help and actually learn what he's teaching you. This is how you evolve. Your journey will become ever learning due to the fact that you realize you are a weak human being in an ever evolving sport. Just like when we realized we were dead to sin and turned to Jesus Christ for everlasting life, we continue to turn to him as we seek to grow in the faith. Lamentations 3:40, let us search and try our ways and turn again to the Lord. The Pothead Prophet.
There's a fire in my bones, I won't hold it back. It's a runaway train on a gospel track. Like Jeremiah said, it's a flame that won't rest. It's Jesus alive. Yeah, you lit me on fire. There's a fire in my bones.